Blog Talk Radio.
Archangels, ghosts, and Bigfoot, oh my. It's just another night for Supernatural Girls. Real stories, real answers to life's biggest supernatural mysteries. And now for another exciting interview with paranormal experts from this world and others. Here's your host, paranormal researcher Patricia Baker, on the one, the only Supernatural Girls.
Welcome, everyone, to another exciting episode of Supernatural Girls Radio. I am your host, Patricia Baker, and I'm here with Patricia Kirkman, PK, who is roasting out in Tucson. So, PK, what's going on out there?
Yes, darling. Well, I feel like I should be on a spit. They should be turning me every once in a while. Now I know how that piece of bacon feels.
I guess so.
It has been horrible.
Yikes.
Huh.
Yikes.
They said it. Somebody just told me a little bit ago it was 113. So I don't know, but I'll tell you what, it's darn. Now I know when I can say it's hell of a lot of heat. How's that?
That is true. Oh, my goodness. Well, I'm glad you're surviving it. Glad you're here with us tonight because we've got a really fascinating show, as you know. We've got Rhonda and Dwight Hull. They are such good friends of ours. They are renowned Southwestern ghost hunters, and Dwight is also an animal communicator extraordinaire. They've seen it all, and they've even had UFO experiences. And if we have time, we're going to get to their personal stories and their theories on what these things are. We're going to hear from them about all of this, and we're going to start with contacting the spirit of my cousin, Jesse James. He already contacted me this afternoon, but I'll be sharing more about that in a little while. But first and foremost, what's going on with the numbers? It seems like everything is on fast forward. What's happening?
Understatement. But before I tell you about the numbers, I do want to say this is Tucson's 244th birthday today.
Wow.
Just had to throw that out
August,
there. 244
yeah, and it's
years.
August 21st?
21st.
2019.
That's right.
And here we are. Oh, my goodness me.
Can you imagine?
Happy birthday,
son. Yes. I had to at least mention it. But
definitely.
Now, when it comes to what's going on around us right now, whoa. Everybody, please remember that this month is a review of last year's stuff. And I'm getting phone calls. Why am I going through this? I just went through that last year. Well, that's why. It is a review of last year. So we're getting a chance to kind of clean things up, hopefully tidy them up so that when they're done, they are done. That would be the best part of it. So that being said, I want to jump into something else here.
Okay. Go for it.
Haunting in the Desert, that is going to be the show in 2020, May 15th and 17th, with Rhonda and Dwight. And the things that I had to look at here was, isn't it really strange? It's going to be a universal 4 years, so it's going to be down and dirty about all the things that need to be taken care of. But it's going to be a 9 universal month when this takes place, which is about the past and things that have already gone by. So it's going to bring out a lot of information during this haunting that we hadn't even planned on. So, folks, hang on to your hat because there's going to be things coming. And I know Dwight and Rhonda are aware of it, but I'm surprised as I'm going through it, going, wow, look at this. Oh, wow, how about that? So it's going to be a lot of fun and very, very interesting.
Good news. I like that. I hope it's all the stuff we like to talk about, the paranormal stuff.
Of course it is. Of course it is, because it deals with what past, present, and possible future. It's going to be a combination of things. Definitely God. Definitely that.
Well,
so when we take a look at today's heat, know that another week and we'll be out of all this mess. And we'll be able to concentrate on what's going on that we need to put into order for what's happening this year. So start taking a look, folks, at the things that have been hitting the shall we say, haven't stuck to the wall yet this year. Everything that's been ongoing, because you're going to get a chance to review it and go over it this coming month. So start making your list of things that you have to take a look at so that you can clean them up. And when September will be over with, you'll be out of the woods. Just a thought.
All right. That's a good thought. I like the thought. It's a good plan, and you always have good advice for us, PK. And everybody who wants to get more information on their own name and numbers, contact PK. You can find her at patriciakirkman.com. You can also find her on supernaturalgirls.com. And you can schedule your own private session and find out what's happening for you, what's coming up. And let's see. We have some interesting paranormal news. And it's us this time. It is us. So here's the story, everybody. This is what happened. Last week, we were invited out to dinner, my husband and I. We normally don't go anywhere. We're always here. And everybody makes fun of us because of that. But we don't care. We like being here. But we were invited by some very dear friends. So we went out. And when we came back, I pulled some of the security footage out of the camera. And now keep in mind, there was no one else here. It was just the property. And we have cameras. A lot of them are set off by motion. So this camera was set off by motion. And there were these pictures that were taken pretty much at dusk, but they were very clear. And one of them, as I'm looking at it, I'm like, well, this looks a little strange. And I look a little closer, and then I blew it up a little bit. And there was the head of a gray alien, 2 dark eyes. And it was a large, large head. I mean, it was not the size it normally would be. It was large. It was like floating in the trees. It was very strange. So I posted it on Facebook, but a lot of people couldn't see it because on Facebook they only have that little square, and it's difficult to see. So I told everybody, look, if you want me to email it to you, I'll email you the large picture. You can see it. So that's what I did for a bunch of folks. And tomorrow I'm going to post it on our Supernatural Girls website so you can see it there. But it's clear as a bell. A lot of people who got it in email, everybody who got it in email was able to see it easily. But then I took it a step further, and I cropped the photo, and I took another look at it, and this time I found 8 faces. Now, these are clear as a bell. I sent them to you, PK. You saw them?
Yes, I did. I thought they were relatives.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't think so, because some of them did not look human. But what does that mean? So, anyways, I put all the faces in blue circles so that people could see them. I'm going to post that photograph tomorrow. Now, this is very unusual. Usually, we do not get footage on that camera of anything weird. We have gotten lots of strange footage on other cameras on the property, but not that one. This one is extremely close to the house. So it was a very unusual situation with these photographs, and I compared these because this camera is shooting at the same angle all the time, and in no other pictures, and I have hundreds of pictures, in no other pictures did these heads and the alien head show up. The question is, what set it off? Because, like I said, nobody was here. Physically, the property was empty of people, and there were no animals that set it off, or we would have captured them on the camera as well. So I believe we have opened up a portal, and I was talking to our buddy, George Lugo, about that today, and he says, I told you you are opening up a portal there, and there it is. So there were all different kinds of faces. They were not all aliens. They were not, like I said, they were not human, but I'm going to post it tomorrow on our supernaturalgirls.com page. Take a look. We'd love to hear from you as to what you think is going on and what you see in those photographs. But it's quite extraordinary, and I'm happy to share it with everybody. Luckily, we didn't get any naysayers I think we got one guy that just couldn't see it and said something not so nice, but that's okay. Everybody else was trying very hard to see it, and the people that asked for the personal email of the photograph got it. So happy to share it again, and this is something very strange going on, and we're going to keep a close eye on it. Clearly, our cameras are keeping a close eye on it. So all is exciting over here in the hill towns of Massachusetts. Now, we also have candles on sale, candles that have been made by Katrina Rasbold and myself. They are full of mojo. We highly recommend them. There's a soul clearing candle, a wealth candle, a love candle. They're on sale, $10 off each. So this is your opportunity to stock up, try them for yourself. They're very powerful. And Soul Realignment is also on sale. I took $100 off the price. This is rock bottom pricing, so you can all have an experience of it before we move into September and October. So if you want a session, just send me an email. If you want a session with PK, send her an email. We'd love to work with you on and answer any of your questions. That's what we're here for, and to make your life even more exciting from the supernatural side. So tonight, we have with us Rhonda and Dwight Hull, and they are renowned Southwestern ghost hunters, and Dwight is an animal communicator extraordinaire. So we're going to start tonight. We're going to do a bit of a variety. We're going to start with contacting the spirit of Jesse James, my cousin. Then we're going to talk with some pets. We're going to have Dwight talk to my pets, and we have some people waiting online that want Dwight to talk to their pets. And then from there, we'll go right into UFOs. We've got an exciting show for you, everybody. So sit tight, and let's bring Rhonda and Dwight onto the show, and Jesse, too. Rhonda and Dwight, welcome to the show.
Hello. Good to be back.
Yes, good to be back.
Lucky us to have you back.
Yes. And I just wanted to mention to everybody that you are the authors of some very interesting books, Conversations with Spirits of the Southwest, and Speaking with the Spirits of the Old Southwest, Conversations with Miners and Outlaws. And tonight, we're going to focus on an outlaw to get started, and that is the famous outlaw, Jesse James. So today, as I shared with you earlier before we got live on the air here with our audience, that I was driving back after a long day being on the road, and all of a sudden I heard the word whiskey. And I don't drink, so I thought that's got to be coming from Jesse. So he's got quite a dry sense of humor. This was him. You guys are going to have to confirm this. And he mentioned something about whiskey sour, that he could have invented that drink. So I thought this is right in line with it sounds like who he was. And so I'm going to leave it at that, and you guys can pick it up from here and share what you know about him, faking his death, etc., and see if he will chime into the conversation.
Well, I'll start with the whiskey sour thing. Back in the Old West, the whiskey and such wasn't all that great. So a lot of people don't know, but they used to put a lot of fruit juices and sugars and stuff like that in with their whiskeys and their liquors back then to make it palatable, because they weren't that great. So by Jesse telling you that was kind of interesting for me to hear that, because that would have been something that would have been sought after, was like a whiskey sour. It sweetens it up a little bit and takes that extra bite out of it. So yeah, that's interesting, because I can see Jesse probably doing that.
That is so funny. Yeah, I had no idea of the history of the whiskey sour, but that makes a lot of sense. And he has quite a presence when he comes through. And he's, even in spirit, he comes through very tall. So let's see if we can get some information from him tonight about his life, because as we all know, we had the great-great-grandson of Jesse on the show, and he, among others, and you guys agree and I agree, Jesse was able to fake his own death so that he could finally have a semi-normal life. He did it successfully, and he lived way into his 90s. So how do you guys feel about that? Do you think that's what happened?
Absolutely. There's just no doubt in my mind. I mean, even, not even psychically, but just, looking at everything and researching everything. I mean, Jesse was incredibly intelligent. That's why he never got caught. He knew what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and he always had backup plan B, C, and D. So, the story of, he had these two clowns come over his house, and they're relatively new. He didn't really know them, but, he goes ahead and takes his gun belt off, hangs it on the chair, turns his back to him to dust a photo or a picture on the wall. Really? I mean, not even the dumbest criminal would do that. So, as far as faking his death, absolutely. And that's what I get, for sure psychically that, that was just an all a ploy. He had enough of the outlaw life at that point, and, he just wanted to call it quits. And the only way to call it quits for good was to fake his death. If people thought he was dead, then they wouldn't come looking for him. So, and that's I'm sure, and even psychically, that's what I pick up, that,
he was done.
Yeah,
he was absolutely done with that life.
He was tired, and he was tired of doing all that and running and everything else. He just wanted to settle down, and what better way to do that than
fake your death,
to be dead.
Right.
So I think that's what he did, and like I said, and was it Bob Ford, I believe, was the guy that, touted himself as the one that killed Jesse James, but, I think we all know that Jesse didn't die that day. So, yeah, he went on and, to do great things, I'm sure, under a different name and a different life, so.
Well, he was very, very spiritually connected, and according to his great-great-grandson, he was also connected to the Templar Knights, and he had treasure buried and all kinds of things, but I'm hearing him saying his kids drove him crazy, which I think is hilarious. So apparently, I feel from him that he really loved his wife, but he said his kids drove him nuts. So I don't think that his children were of the same ilk that he was. And this happens. People have children and they run off in a completely different direction, or in his words, his kids ran off in a million different directions. They didn't have a direction. And that's what he just said. So it's really funny. And this is the more, normal human part of Jesse, not the outlaw, but the man who was in process of raising a family. Does that make sense to you guys?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I know at some point, maybe a couple years ago, we saw some documentary on him after he allegedly was killed. And I can't remember if it was his grandson or his son, but I remember the show stated that he always was asked by the younger generation about his life, and he never wanted to talk about it. He was literally done with that. He started a new life, doing, whatever. But so that could be, his kids were a different breed, if you will.
Yeah, Jesse was cut from a different cloth. I mean, there's just no doubt about it. And like I say, he was tired, and I get that. Definitely, I get that psychically. He was just tired of everything, and just wanted to call it quits. And like I say, that's what he did. And he's incredibly intelligent, incredibly funny. He had very much a rapier wit. So pulling it off was, probably didn't take much thinking on his part. I think he just naturally came across the solution and pulled it off. And I'm getting kind of the feeling, again, psychically, that, a lot of his friends didn't even, know that he was alive. I think he just kind of, shrunk, so to speak, and kind of pulled away from everybody except for very, very close family and maybe some of his, the Civil War buddies. But, other than that, as far as everybody knew, he was dead, and I think he was happiest that way.
Yeah,
that life was dead.
Yeah, he was able to craft his own life the way he wanted it to be. But what was so funny when he was just talking about his kids driving him crazy, I mean, this is a man who had charge over even the most chaotic of circumstances when they were robbing banks and trains and whatever. but with his own children, it was a different story. So I just find that humorous.
Different Jesse.
And I'm sure he didn't
Jesse,
find it
life,
humorous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess
true.
so. There are a lot
That's
of parents who just do not escape the terror of their own children, and that is what happened.
I represent that.
Yeah, I do too.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just think that's hilarious. But he obviously loved life. I mean, he lived to be into his 90s, and I'm hearing him say that, and he just loved having more of a peaceful life, not having to look over his shoulder, though I am hearing there were a couple times he had some concerns. But again, being able to leave that behind and have this second chance is remarkable. It's just a remarkable story and a remarkable life. But in terms of his connection with this greater spiritual path, I'm not sure how that came about. But maybe it was just inherent. It's just a part of who he was. He always knew it was there and just always accepted it. That's what I just heard. He always knew it was there. He always accepted it. But living way back then and having that kind of connection and knowledge was unique.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It probably was, and he was probably in tune when he was leading more of a criminal life that he was thrust into. He was probably very in tune, although he may not have attributed that to being spiritual until after he left that life. And the chaos wasn't there any longer. But obviously he was very, very in tune. He escaped so many close calls. The man was brilliant.
He really was. 9 lives. He had a lot more than that.
He just shot through the chest when he tried to surrender and have a normal life that way. It did not work out, but he survived that. So there is a real toughness about this man who survived a gunshot wound through the chest way back then. But there's just so much mystery around his later life, and I'm sure, and what he's saying is he got time to be more reflective. But he didn't have many people to share this with. This was just something that he knew was a part of who he was, and then he pursued this particular path very privately. But he did have buried treasure, and people are still talking about where that treasure is. Have you heard anything about the buried treasure, you guys?
Well, I mean, we're aware. As far as, psychically, of course, he's not giving it up. I really, and we talked earlier about Jesse having a kind of a dry, sharp sense of humor, and, he's not going to give it up. I think, he's actually having a good time watching some of these people try to figure out the clues
where it is
and everything
Probably.
else. And I think
Look
he's
at these idiots wandering around. Yeah.
Yeah. I made an X on the tree, and they're saying it's this and this, and I think he's just having the time of his life, so to speak, just watching everybody try to follow the breadcrumbs. And Jesse was smarter than that. He threw breadcrumbs where he wanted, and he left them out where he didn't want them. So I think he has a good time with it. I don't think he's going to really give it up as to where it's at or anything else. We've tried with several outlaws. We've had conversations with the Clantons down here in Tombstone that have, buried treasure all over the place around here. And, they kind of laugh and they're not going to give it up either. So I think, it's kind of the final, ha-ha, I guess, when they cross over, so they can kind of, look back and watch all the people scurry around like ants trying to figure out the clues.
Right. No, they went through a lot of hell to get it. They weren't going to give it up to anybody. But it is entertaining
exactly.
for them to look down at all these idiots running around when they're laughing on the other side.
That's
exactly.
Right. They're probably having a party over there watching this, drinking their whiskey sours. The other thing I just heard Jesse say is this. He said, I was a really good shot, and he was. He also said that he felt the hand of God on his gun when he used it, which is a really unusual thing to say, but that's what he just said, that he felt that. He felt that power behind him, and that's also what kept him safe from the people that were out to get him. So it's interesting. There was always that spirit connection, that feeling of God in his life, even on the hand of his gun. So that this was a very spiritual man, almost, I want to say, monk-like in some ways, but very different than everybody else in that time.
You know, I've also heard Tonto, the guy that survived Benghazi, had the same sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Theory. Anytime he was in battle, so this is a soldier that survived Benghazi, okay, the 2012. Right. When he has talked, he has always said, and I think it's in the movie too, he always felt like he had angels or the hand of God watching over him. He never got scared going into battle because felt like he was protected. So very similar to Jesse.
Yes, that is. That's really interesting. Well, I think there are some warriors that are certainly protected like that and have guidance that go far and beyond the rest of us. That's for sure. So he's very interested also in these times that we're living. So you're right. You know, he seems to be watching not just people looking for his treasure, but watching all of us. That this is a very special and different time right now. And he's talking about watching the time frame, the time waves is what he calls it. So interesting guy. I don't know if you guys have any other messages from him.
You know, no, I've started to get some kind of a chest cold or bad allergy, so I am not psychically in tune at all.
Oh, poor Rhonda. That's miserable. My goodness. Well, I think, Jesse, we'll keep the channel open to you, certainly. We love talking with you. We hope you'll come back and join us anytime. It's been delightful. Enjoy your whiskey sours, and we're going to give you credit for inventing that drink. How about it? I think you deserve it.
Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll close out that part of the show. Jesse might pop in again, but now we're going to move to our segment on animal communication. So to start it off, Dwight and Rhonda, I sent you pictures of my little guys who I love with all my heart and soul, Hermes and
They're
Gabriel.
Such cuties. They're
Aren't
so
they?
sweet. Yes.
Yep.
I'd steal them if she'd let me, but she won't.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
They didn't fit in my purse when I was out there.
Yeah, I know, really. So let me ask you, Dwight, because you are the animal communicator extraordinaire. I wanted to see if you could connect with them. Now they're getting up in age. They're going to be 14 very soon. So I'm always concerned for their health and well-being. And I was wondering if you have any connection with them that you can let me know what's going on.
Well, you know, I looked at the photos. In fact, I'm looking at them now. As far as health goes, now I don't know names. I don't know. They look very similar. So, okay. Well, one of them. I'm not sure which one this is. The eyes are a little more, I'll say more crazy-eyed. They're not looking straight forward. They're kind of
That's Gabriel.
off to the side a little. Okay, that's Gabriel. Is he older? Is Gabriel older?
Yes, only by a couple weeks. Just a couple weeks.
Okay. He's starting to suffer. Well, and he said he told me that you know this, but he's starting to suffer from some arthritis in his lower back and his hips.
Yes.
His back hips. He says you know that already.
Yep.
His eyesight, of course, is not what it used to be. He kind of showed me a little bit. He sees more in a like a tunnel vision kind of thing. So his peripheral is gone. but his mind is still sharp as a tack. Yeah, I got to tell you that.
Good.
And his body is not. I mean, he's got arthritis like probably the rest of us do, and he's not able to run and jump like he used to, but he still gives it the old college try, is what he's basically showing me.
That's true.
The other one though, well,
that's
he's
Hermes,
the
the other
aggravator,
one.
isn't he? Hermes. He's kind of the
yes.
aggravator, isn't he? Yeah, that's what he's showing me. He's telling me that what he told me is I'm the smart one. That's what he told me. and I thought that was very funny that he would say that. But yeah, he's the instigator. He's the one always. Yeah, I'm looking at him now. That's why I'm trying to connect with him and try to pull some stuff through right now. And I do this purposely at the time of the reading, so I don't, because what I get from him, a few hours ago may not be what is coming through now. So I wanted to make sure I did it on the spot and just do the reading immediately.
Sure.
Boy, yeah, he is a joker, isn't he? Holy cow.
Yep.
Yeah, he is. He's the instigator. He's the one that starts barking, and then Gabriel will chime in.
Right.
That's
right.
Yep, that's what he's telling me. He said, "I'm the smart one. I'm the one that figures it out first," is what he's saying. So I don't know what that means. Okay.
That's true. You got it right on the money, Dwight.
Okay. Well, right from the dog's mouth, I guess you'd say. So, but yeah, he's a character. He's a character. But
what about his health issues?
Health-wise, I don't see a lot. He gets I guess you'd say more congested, I think is what the term would be. More sneezy, more than what Gabriel does. That's what he's showing me.
Yeah.
That's what he shows me a little bit. But as far as health with him, I mean, he seems pretty spry. I mean, I would have definitely have said that he was a couple years younger just by his physical condition.
Mm-hmm. How is
he comes
back?
across. Let me turn back to him real quick here. Not bad. He's not showing me a lot of pain. At least not right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
He's really not showing me
Good.
much.
And let me ask you this, if you can ask both of
Sure.
them if they are seeing any of the unseen things that we've been talking about here on the property and in the house.
Okay. Now, Gabriel. I'm looking at him right now. Okay. Gabriel is telling me he doesn't trust what he sees because he's got that kind of a tunnel vision thing, but he hears a lot. And he says he definitely hears that there's a lot going on.
Outside?
Well, outside and inside. He told me I don't trust my eyes anymore, but I can hear. Now Hermes, yes. Yeah, he sees a lot. He's got very clear eyesight, is what he's showing me. And yeah, he sees a lot. He sees a lot of, lack of a better term, like figures or shadows or, stuff moving, but he knows they're not animals. Because he says you get deer there. He says you get a lot of deer there.
We do.
And he knows what those are. So that's not what he's talking about. But he said they're tall. So that's interesting.
Yeah. That is.
I'm trying to talk to him now. I'm trying to pull a little bit more, because tall to a small dog. What's that mean? But
right.
I'm trying to get him to give me some kind of a comparison. Okay. Well, he said taller than you.
Yeah. Okay.
Is what he's saying.
There you go. Mhm.
So
Taller than Mama.
yeah, taller than he just said taller than you is what he said. So, but very, very thin. He said. So it's not a like a big animal or anything, like a big hulking animal or anything. This is very.
Not a bear on.
No, not a bear or anything like that. No, yeah, I know. He keeps telling me, it's not a deer. I know what deer are. But what he's kind of showing me is a very skinny, dark shadow. I mean, very skinny, very tall, dark shadow is what he's showing me.
That makes sense.
He said it moves between the trees.
Wow.
I don't know how many trees you have around there, but okay. But he's telling me it moves between the trees.
Yes.
So keep an eye out.
Yeah. Okay, now hold on. Gabriel's coming in here. Wow. Gabriel is telling me, and I don't know. See, this is hard because dogs have such better hearing than us. Do you hear? Have you ever heard? Because Gabriel is telling me about this. He's trying to tell me what it's like. It's like a hum, but a very deep, like not a grunt, but more of a hum or something like that. But it's very deep. He said he can hear it all the time.
Wow. It's not familiar to me, but it wouldn't surprise me either.
Okay, because I don't know if you could hear it or not, but he's saying that he hears it a lot. It's a deep hum I'm trying to get him to explain it better, and I'm just not. The connection just isn't because I'm coming down with something
too. That's okay,
so
but that's very interesting that he hears that. I thought that Gabriel was deaf. See, now I find out he's just not listening to me.
Right, that's yeah. Gabriel is not deaf.
No, he's
His eyes are going, but his hearing is top notch.
Okay, that's sneak. That's sneak. Okay.
Yep. But
well, that's great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So that's I'm trying to, and maybe as we talk to different things throughout the show, he'll give me more information because he's really now trying to tell me what that noise is that he always hears, and all
right. Well, we can spend a little more time on that and see if he can describe it to where it's coming from and what it is.
Yeah, maybe he'll be able to clarify it or give me a better, and maybe I'll just pipe in with it later on if he comes through better, and with that I'll let you know.
Yeah, because I'm wondering, is this a sound that's coming from inside the house or is this coming from outside the house?
Outside the house.
Outside the house. Okay.
Outside the house, and it's very low. He said it's very deep, is what he's telling me.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, we'll see if he pipes back in and gives you more info on that. Excellent. All right. Well, we've got a couple of other callers here. We've got, let's see, Steve from New York, and I sent you pictures of 2 kitty cats to look at. Do you have those in front of you?
Let's see. Yes, I think I do.
Let me get Steve on the line, and then we'll go to Pat in Connecticut after that. So let's see. Hey, Steve, is that you?
Hey, Patricia, how are you?
Well, we are good, and we are anxious to hear your questions for Dwight and your 2 little fur babies there.
Oh, hi, Dwight.
Hi, Steve. Take it easy on me, man. I'm feeling a little down on the weather, but I can do what I can for you here.
Well, sick people. God.
One of our cats there is masked, and you can tell from the picture why.
Right.
And the other one is Bright Eyes, and Bright Eyes is long in the tooth, so to speak. 17 plus years old.
Yeah, she's older, but yeah, she's. I'm looking at them both right now. So go ahead. Go ahead. I'm just trying to pick up from that.
Well,
what's
but
going on.
basically, my question is exactly what Patricia was asking about Gabriel and Hermes. Just in general,
Health general.
how's she getting along?
How is she getting along? Okay, let me look at her. Let me look here. Oh, wow, she's pretty. She's beautiful. I can see why you call her Bright Eyes.
Thank you.
Let's see. Yeah, let me look here. I'm trying to see what she's. Okay, I can tell you right off the bat that mental, as far as faculties and stuff, she is sharp as a tack still. Age has not dulled her senses at all. At least mentally is what, because she's very clear-headed, very, very clear. Let me ask you this. Does she, or do you know if she has any digestive issues?
Yeah, she does. She's on a medication for it.
Okay. Because that's what she's kind of given me the impression that she's got digestive issues. Do you feed her a more of a gentle cat food?
Yes, we do.
Okay, good.
We've combated that problem, and so far we're winning.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem to be it's not an issue as far as it's nothing major right now, but it's something that it came across to me, so I know it's something that is an issue with her or she knows about, because she's definitely showing me issues with digestion.
She vocalizes every morning at 5 a.m. for literally for almost an hour.
Okay, let me ask you this. Because she kind of...
It's as if she's having a conversation with me.
She's... I'm trying to see here. Well, she's having a conversation, but I don't think it's with you. Let me ask you this. Have you lost an animal recently?
Well, Mask, who's in the picture there, is one of her kids.
Okay.
She had four. We had four of her kids. We had 2 girls, 2 boys, and she also had another litter. So she had a total of 9. And she's the last one standing.
Okay, so Mask has passed over, correct?
Mask has passed over.
Okay, that makes sense then. That makes sense. I think that's who she's talking to, Steve. Were they together before he passed? Because she's showing me they were.
Oh yeah, they were all together in the house.
Yeah, okay.
In my house, I had all 5 of them.
Okay. Okay. Now everything's kind of falling into place. Yeah, she's definitely having a conversation. Was 5 o'clock in the morning a normal time for them to tear around the house, or it was wake up time, or okay?
Yes, it was.
That makes okay. That's why then. That's why she's doing it. She's talking to him. She can see him. Okay, and that's what she's showing me. And she's. I'm looking at the picture again here. Yeah,
that's very funny. So even in the afterlife, they're not giving me a moment's peace at 5 a.m. Huh?
Not a bit, my friend, not a bit. And she's I think she's calling them on the carpet every day for you. Because that's what she's showing me, is that she's talking to, but not just him. I mean, there's others. So
yeah, there was 2 girls, 2 boys.
Okay. Well, they're still. apparently they're still taking you down the road even in the afterlife. Because that's and all honesty, that's what she's doing. That's what she's telling me is, she's telling me it hasn't changed, is what she's telling me. And I didn't know what that meant until you said that they had passed over. That's why I asked, was 5 o'clock a normal time? Because she's telling me nothing's changed. It's, same old, basically. Because she can still see him, especially Mask. Because I'm looking at his picture now. Wow, he was kind of I'm not picking a lot up on him, but he's kind of a
she.
He's kind of an she's kind of an instigator. Was she the alpha?
No,
kind of the leader of the pack.
No. Fatty Boy was the alpha. He was the gray and black one. We used to also nickname him Jaws because his gray on top and he used to chew on the strings, every string in the house. So he nicknamed him Jaws also, and he had the same color as a white shark.
Okay.
He was actually the alpha cat.
Okay. Yeah, because she's coming through very strong. That's why I said he, because it was almost a very very dominant, the way she came across. But let's see. Yeah, but your cat that's with you now, health-wise, other than digestive, that's the only thing she's really showing me. Now she's showing me aches and pains, but like most of us who are getting older, we all have them. I don't think it's any concern. And I would definitely say, keep her on the general food, keep her on whatever medication you have for her. And I'm not seeing any upcoming issues right now. I think she's pretty good, to be honest with you.
Well, sounds good. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, that's great.
You're very welcome. And Steve, if you want to, if you want to come to our webpage, or I have a page on Facebook called Animals Speak. It's a Facebook page. Please like that, because you can keep in contact with me as time goes on, and I can keep track of her. So if anything changes with her, I might be able to get a hold of you and let you know. Or if you have any further questions, please, feel free.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Okay. Steve, thanks so much for your call and sharing your beautiful kitties with us. Thanks.
Bye-bye now. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, that was interesting, huh?
Yeah, it was. It's
great.
What a beautiful
cat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they are gorgeous, huh? Well, now we're going to go to Pat in Connecticut, and she has a couple of questions for you. Hi, Pat.
Okay.
Hi. Hi to everybody.
Hi, Pat.
Hi. So good to have you back on the show. What are your questions for Dwight?
Well, I've got two, hopefully not too long. If you have time, I'd like to hear about my dog that's alive and old, like the ones you just spoke about, or the one that passed before him. But the main question is, there was, I'm going to look at the picture in a minute if that helps you. There was a bald eagle with only one wing that has been in a sanctuary for 30 years. And It was stolen this July. They have on camera, a man cut through the cage and took him away in a bag. They're heartbroken and terrified that he was used for feathers.
God!
We're hoping he's still alive, and wondering if you see anything about that. His name is Sam, and if it helps, I'll pick up. Oh, I'm looking at the face now on my computer. I don't know if you can pick that up or not, but
I'm trying to get anything I can right now, because that seems really urgent, and After we get off here, if you can email me the picture, because I really want to work this, and if I see a picture of Sam, I'll be able to hopefully hone in better and give you better information on that. The fact that I'm not getting anything at all worries me. So I want you to go ahead and get in contact with us through either our website, and we'll try. Website is Believe Paranormal, BEELIEVE, paranormal.com. You can go to your page. Yeah, go to my page, and then you can shoot me a message with the picture. I really, because by not getting anything right now at all, I'm worried, to be honest with you, and I want to really look at it and see if I can give you the best absolute clear reading that I can on that.
Thank you. Okay, I'll send that to you. I just requested a friendship on your Facebook page. Okay.
Okay, perfect.
My dog Chance.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. My dog Chance is next to me. I'm sorry I haven't sent pictures. He was rescued. They were going to put him down. He was treated horribly the first 2 years of his life, and he became fear aggressive. Anyway, I took him on. I've had him for 8 years. Got a huge heart. Just, he's getting old, and anything about him or the one before him, Bo. And when I send you the email, I'll send you my Facebook, or you'll get a request from me. I'd love to have you take a look at my art. I do animal portraits.
Oh, wonderful! I'd love to see that. Yeah, I'd love to see that. And then also send me a picture of your dog, because I'm picking up a lot of pain immediately. So I want to, and that's all I'm picking up is just a lot of pain. I don't know where. But if you can send me a picture so I can see him, I'll be able to better advise. I think you already know some, but he is showing me a lot of pain, so we need to get that taken care of. Okay.
Do you think he still wants to be here?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, good. Wonderful.
Absolutely. Oh. He is. If your question is he ready to go? He is not.
Wonderful. I almost thought I was going to lose him a couple of months ago, mainly from what vets and people said. But he pulled through, and I'm really happy. It was
he's a fighter.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll tell you that right now. He's a fighter, and he's not ready to go. He is going to fight whatever this is, tooth and nail. But I am seeing a lot of pain, and it's wearing on him. But I need to see where that pain is coming from. So if you can show me a picture, I'll be able to hopefully help you out better.
Wonderful. Anything about Bo, who sometimes?
Not yet. I'm not, because your other one's really kind of strong right now. But if you have a picture of Bo, include him as well, and I'll see what I can do with him.
Okay, thank you so much. I'll just
You're
tell
very
you
welcome.
something. Can I just tell you something about him?
Sure,
Maybe you can
absolutely.
tune in. I rescued him in New Mexico, New Mexico being the #1 state of abuse for animals, and even with that, his story got on the news. I didn't necessarily want to take him, but anyway, long story short, I did rescue him, and I knew within 2 weeks this was going to be the best dog I'd ever have. His abuse was horrendous. He was able to come around and forgive people and see, the good. And it was just amazing dog.
Good for you, Pat, for taking him on.
Yeah, absolutely. Was he a fighting dog, Pat?
No, they used him for hunting dogs. He's a coonhound, and the ignorance out there believes that if you starve them, they'll be hungry for bear. So that's why. Yeah.
Okay, that's why I thought he was a fighting dog, because I saw him with other dogs, and I saw him being basically kept down, so he had more aggression. So that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Pat, thank you so much for your call.
Take
care.
Thank you all. Bye-bye. Thanks.
Thank you.
Wow. Well, this is just, I love hearing you talk to these animals, Dwight. This is so moving. My God.
I love doing
and
it.
I know you do it for no money. I mean, you do it out of the
Yep.
goodness of your heart. It's fantastic. So we're going to take one more call and then go to a quick
Sure.
break, and then we'll see where we are. And we got to talk about UFOs, too. That's a part of our topic tonight. So let me just check with this person. I don't know who it is. Looks like a Skype call. Hi, you're live on the air. What's your name?
Oh, hi. Thank you so much. It's Casey in New York.
Hi,
Nice
Casey
to meet you
in New
both.
York. Same
Hi.
here. Do you have a question
Yes.
for Dwight?
Yes. Dwight, hi. Nice to meet
Yes.
you.
Hi.
Do you see anything with my cat Angel? Did I tell you any?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Wondering,
Yeah,
general check, any messages, anything you see going on with her physically or emotionally or whatever.
Okay. Give me an approximate age and a breed real quick.
Okay, she seems to be a tabby cat.
Okay.
Or some kind of a mix, but she looks like a tabby. There's these stripe markings on her forehead, and used to be more pronounced over her body when she was a baby, but a lot of the body kind of morphed into just a gray color, but she still has the stripes around her face and her legs and paws.
Okay.
She's 9.5.
Okay.
February 4th, she'll be 10.
Okay. And your question is just her general well-being or mental status?
Yeah, and is there any way I can have her stop being so aggressive in her play? I mean, I've tried all kinds of things. I've talked to her, but she still likes to get a little crazy and scratch me.
Yeah. I'm trying to, as we talk, I'm trying to pick up on her and trying to come up with something here for you. Well, if what I'm picking up is correct, I mean, she's kind of a feisty one. She's a lover, but it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much to get her, her little trigger tripped, and she gets real feisty quick. She was a rescue, correct?
No, I picked her up from a family.
Oh, really?
So, I mean, if I figure I rescued it from them, but...
Well, I think you did.
You might have.
I think you did. Because I don't know if you know the family or if you knew the family or if they were...
Well, not well at all. I answered an ad and I fell in love with Angel.
Okay, because I'm seeing that it wasn't a good situation there.
Uh-huh.
So, that may be a little bit of a reason for her aggressiveness. I think she was played with very hard and teased, I think would be the best way to describe it. That's what I'm picking up from her right now.
Wow.
It was very tumultuous, very, and I think by the fact that she has calmed down enough where, because I can feel her heart. She is very much a loving cat when she wants to be.
Yes.
Okay. So I know it's her I'm talking to. But it doesn't take much, like I say, to trip her. She's got very much a hair trigger when, she's played with, or when she's done with, with a petting or whatever. She's got her own little schedule. And when she's done, and she lets you know. Sometimes a little too hard, but okay. I don't think she realizes that she's being as hard as she is because of what she went through at an early age. I don't think she really realizes that she's being that hard on you. But if I could see her, I could hopefully tell you a lot more. But I'm just trying to pick up her through you when you're talking to me. Yeah, she's a sweetheart. Angel's a good word, a good name for her. Like I said, because she does have a heart of gold. But yeah, she's got a very short fuse. She's showing me that, if you pet her too long or you pet her in the wrong spot, she'll definitely let you know.
Well, I wish she vocalize instead of letting me know physically.
Yeah. But that's how she does. That's how she learned. That's the only way to got through. I think when she was younger, I see her being kind of really roughly played with or teased or something. It was whatever it was, she did not like it. Okay, so it was meant for you to have her. It was meant for you to answer that ad, whatever it was, for you to get her, because it was just not a good situation that she was in.
Maybe she can try to communicate with her herself.
Yeah, it's possible. Again, if there's some way I can get a picture, if you can follow me on Facebook or go to our website, and I'm sure we'll put it out there, our website and everything, so you can do that. If I can get a picture of her, if you can show me a picture of her, I hopefully be able to tell you more, and maybe I could contact her directly and see if I can, get a reason why.
Yeah, I would love to. Is there, in cases like this, is there any way to heal, these early wounds that have imprinted the behavior, or that's it, that's the way they are from the early age and it's in their DNA?
Well, and animals in a way are kind of just like people. Everybody's different. Everybody, can either unlearn or relearn. At 9 years old, she's kind of getting up there, but I don't think it's an issue that can't be fixed, at least to kind of tone it down a little bit. I think she's capable of that from what I'm picking up. Again, but if I can see a picture and I can connect with her directly, I might be able to help you out.
Great, I will do that.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Casey, thank you for your call, and go ahead and send that photo over on the Facebook page, okay?
Well, actually, I'm not on Facebook right now. Looking for the.
Thank you for
I'm sorry. What is the website?
What's your website, guys,
is,
that you wanted to use?
Oh, yeah, the website is Believe Paranormal. That's with two E's, BEELIEVE, paranormal.com.
Okay.
You got that, Casey?
Yeah, that's an email then. Believe at paranormal.com.
The email is on his page on our website.
Yeah, if you go to the website, there's an email button there. You can hit that, and you can email me.
Yeah. He just gave you the web URL.
Right,
that's what you just got.
Yeah.
So it's believeparanormal.com. Okay, we're going to move on. Thank you so much, Casey.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll take one more call. Let's make this quick, and I got to go to commercial break right after, okay? And this is area code 480. You are live on the air. Who's this?
Hi, my name is Keisha.
Hi, how are you tonight?
Okay.
And what is your question for Dwight?
Oh, a job. Do you see me finding a job soon? Whatever you go.
You're kind of breaking up. It's hard to hear you. We can't hear you.
Hello?
Yes, that's a little better. Yes, we can hear you. So what is your question for Dwight?
I was wondering, do you see me getting a job soon? And whatever else.
Let's break it up.
Yeah, you're still breaking up.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Keisha. We're gonna have you just go to the website BEELEVE, and
hello.
Yeah,
is that
hi.
better?
We're having. That's a little bit better, but we got to make this quick. What is your question for Dwight?
Oh, finding a job. Do you see me finding a job soon? Sorry about that.
Oh, okay. So this is a person reading. Can you do that, you guys, or are you only doing pets right now?
I'm
if you
now,
see my dog coming through, do you see my dog coming through then? I don't know. What animals you see coming through? Jakku is his name. His name is Jakku.
Jakku.
I don't know.
Is he alive?
I'm not.
No, he's not live.
No.
He's not.
Yeah, I'm not picking up on him.
No, I haven't heard from him. Sometimes he'll pop in. Yeah. But not today, I guess.
But
he pops in every so often.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, again,
I'm not picking up
all right.
Listening to the show, so you know that you can send your photo in to Dwight and Rhonda, and they can take a look and when they get off with the show tonight. Okay, Keisha, thank you for your call.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you. God bless. Bye.
Okay, we're going to take a very short commercial break, and then we're going to come back and talk UFOs, everybody. You are listening to Supernatural Girls Radio, and we will be right back.
Pure essential oils, specialized minerals, and a revolutionary anti-aging technology. Astridian combines the best of all scientifically proven ingredients in easy-to-use creams, lotions, and concentrated serums. Astridian's advanced line of products take your skin to a new level of being healthy and beautiful. We offer a variety of collections that address all your skin concerns. The Essential Anti-Aging Series treats and moisturizes your skin for a long-lasting, younger look. The Multivitamin Series promotes healthy skin with high-quality vitamins and minerals. The Sports Series restores skin from cellular damage and stress. Astridian also offers a revitalizing solution for hair and a professional series for doctors and medical spas. Visit astridian.love today and begin your new journey to healthy, beautiful, youthful skin. Astridian, beyond your expectations.
Are you frustrated with endless mantras, affirmations, and processes that promise to align your life with your dreams, only to find yourself years later in the same space where you began? Do you feel like you must be doing something wrong because nothing seems to be working? Don't you just wish that someone could shift your consciousness for you and your life could align with your desires without all the effort? Well, your wish is about to come true. Hi, I'm Carrie Cannon, and I have a gift that allows me to align the consciousness of others to be in harmony with their dreams. The best part is, it requires no particular effort on your part. Upon listening to a consciousness alignment, people have reported instant energy shifts, financial windfalls, soulmate connections, healed relationships, physical healings, and more. To gain access to a free trial offer for my entire Manifesting Miracles library of consciousness alignments, go to commandmiracles.com now for details. Again, that's commandmiracles.com for information about our free trial offer. That's commandmiracles.com.
Your property tax bill. Have you seen it lately? It's frightening. Your property taxes are going up while your home value is going down. It's time to fight back and win. For the real truth about the property tax system, get attorney Pat Quintilian's book, Are You Getting Screwed on Your Property Taxes? How to Find Out and How to Fix It. Attorney Quintilian answers all your questions and gives you the facts you need to fight a property tax bill that is spiraling out of control. You'll also read about what happens to property owners who don't check their property records, only to find out too late they're taxed on square footage, fixtures, and even buildings that they don't own. Is this happening to you? Learn your rights. Buy attorney Pat Quintilian's book today. Are You Getting Screwed on Your Property Taxes? How to Find Out and How to Fix It. Available on Amazon.com.
Are you ready for a new experience of freedom and powerful connection? Would you like a positive, effortless change in your life? Then come to CosmicFusion.com, where we offer the most advanced energy clearing and expansion techniques in the world, with a quantum vortex energy to activate your divine blueprint and life's purpose. When your soul leads the way with cosmic fusion and quantum vortex energy, you can break clear of past difficulties and blocks with the power of the Source. With Cosmic Fusion, the Source energy does the work for you. It's easy and effortless. Listen to our free meditation right from our Cosmic Fusion website, the Cosmic Code Meditation. Sign up for one of our interactive webinars today. Come to Cosmic Fusion, www.kosmicfusion.com. micfusion.com to experience an effortless awakening and transformation. Are you ready for an upgrade? Are you ready for a new experience of living in the fifth dimensional magic and powerful connection? Then visit CosmicFusion.com today. CosmicFusion.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Supernatural Girls Radio. I'm your host, Patricia Baker. I am here with my co-host, PK, and our tremendous guests tonight. We are having such fun with them. Rhonda and Dwight Hull are here. We have talked to Jesse James. We have talked to the animals tonight that we love so much. And now we're going to talk about another topic we love so much, UFOs. So, guys, you've had your own personal experiences, and you've got your own thoughts and theories. So, please, we want to hear from you. Go ahead.
Well, we do have a very interesting story, and this is a MUFON case. We actually had MUFON come out for this one. It's while we were living in another house down here towards Sierra Vista in southern Sierra Vista, Arizona. And at the time, we were both smokers, and we didn't smoke in the house, so we always went outside. So it was probably 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, and we were going out for our last cigarette. And we went out, and then we looked across the street, which is normally an empty lot. There's nobody there. It's field, basically.
And it's a fence.
And it's fenced with a wooden, like a split rail fence. It's not anything in a wall. But we looked over there, and we saw what looked like a single wide trailer. We saw light in one window and light coming through the door. The door was open, but it looked like almost like there was a sheet on the inside, so you couldn't see in. You could just see light. And we were just like, wow, that's strange. First off, how did they get it in there? We didn't hear them. And secondly, how did they get it in there at all?
With the light hooked up to electricity.
Yeah, and hooked up to electricity and everything. We're like, wow, that is really strange. And we just kind of blew it off, really, and went back inside. We kind of talked about it a little bit, went inside, went to bed, got up the next morning, gone, nothing there. And we went over there. There was nothing, no tire tracks, no nothing. And we were like, okay, this is weird. So we talked to some people, and somebody said, hey, I got a friend in MUFON. You really need to tell them the story. So we did. We contacted MUFON. They sent a case worker out and took down everything. And we find out that exact type of UFO sighting has been frequent in southern Arizona, where it looks almost like a single wide trailer that just...
So very familiar.
Yeah, something familiar to people, so it doesn't, I guess, stick out or cause any concern or whatever. But, I mean, it was so strange that, because there's no way to get anything like that into that lot. There's just no way. You can't pull anything into there.
Here's the other thing that I find very fascinating about your experience. Here you are, you're outside having a smoke, you look over, and it doesn't sound like this was very far from your porch area where you were standing, but yet you didn't go over to it. And that, to me, knowing the two of you and the investigators that you are, that you didn't walk over there, tells me a lot.
Well, it was, this is in southern Arizona. I mean, we are 30 miles from the Mexican border. So it's very rural area. There's no street lights. So we did walk up to our fence, but we didn't venture outside the fence because it was pitch black, other than this, what looked like a trailer and the little light coming from inside of it. We have wild animals out here, so, we're not really adventurous in the dark.
Smart move.
Yeah.
You know that, Patricia Kirkman.
Sure do.
Yeah. So we were apprehensive, but again, it looked like a trailer. So, it was not that abnormal until, we got up the next morning and went outside, and it there was nothing there.
Do you think that there was a ship there and they kind of had you think it was a trailer? Because we know they can imprint thought.
Right, and that's what the MUFON person said, that the other sightings that they've had, very identical to ours, it was the same thing. It wasn't a cause of concern or a feeling of concern with all the witnesses. It was like, oh, there's a new trailer. And it was kind of just a blasé kind of an attitude. But, let me kind of footnote this story with fast forward ahead about a month. We were at another house, which was literally in the backyard, because we were living in like a part of a big trailer, and then we moved to a single wide in kind of the back. Same lot. And I was washing dishes towards the evening time. It was dark outside, or almost dark, and along our fence line, I see something running on two legs, about maybe, 2.5, 3 feet tall, in the dark, and I just saw the silhouette running. And I mean, I'm former military, I'm former law enforcement, I'm not, I'm not someone who just jumps to conclusions real quick, but that really kind of startled me. And I told her, I said, shut the lights down. I got my gun and I went outside.
With a flashlight?
With a flashlight. I mean, it was that, stirring to me. And we looked all over the place and couldn't see anything, but clearly it was something on two legs, kind of a grayish, dark color, running on two legs right along our fence line.
Oh my goodness.
Now,
that's scary.
Yeah, that was scary. I mean, it kept us up for a while because,
Did you find any tracks the next day?
We didn't, because there was a lot of weeds and stuff and tall grass, which also kind of raised an eyebrow with me, because, here's something running full speed on two legs through high grass at night. I know that yard, and I wouldn't do it because there's a lot of, holes and stuff like that. And this thing didn't skip a beat. I mean, it zipped. So that's what kind of frightened me, so to speak, enough to where I just grabbed my gun and I went outside, told her, shut the lights down in the house, I'm going out.
Yeah. And now, that night, did you notice anything strange in the sky?
We didn't notice anything strange in the sky, but I will say this, that we didn't hear any dogs barking. And we had a lot of dogs around in yards, but nobody was barking. It was completely silent out. So I don't know what that meant, too. That kind of gave me the eerie feeling when I went outside, because I was expecting to hear dogs. Nothing. I mean, it was just silent out there. And, I did look up in the sky, but...
We've heard on the show, and I'm going to share this with you guys, is that when everything goes silent like that, and people have talked about that often right before they see something paranormal and that just cannot explain, but right before it happens, they say it goes silent. And what we've been told is that is the magnetic field collapsing. And when the magnetic field collapses, total silence, and that's when strange things can come in or go out. So that's what we've heard.
Very interesting.
Share that with
that is interesting. And, I guess the reason it really bothered me so much is because obviously from earlier, I'm an animal communicator. So I was hoping to hear dogs so I could try to connect to see if they saw something. But nothing. I mean, absolutely silent. And it really kind of shook me.
That would be eerie.
Yeah.
That was very startling.
Yeah.
So you've moved on from that location, I'm sure, right? You're no longer there?
We are not. No, we are, not there anymore.
And I'm one of those kind of people that when I look up into the sky and I see something that is not a satellite or is not the space station, I'm always jokingly, come and take me. I'm one of those people. But, when you see something that you can't explain, it's a little bit scary. I got to tell you.
Imagine so.
It does.
Goodness.
It can make you just pause because it's like, I mean, you're dealing with something so unknown, and it's still partially hidden because you said you saw that it was a dark gray color, but no features, and only that it was walking through this or running through this area without any problem. So it clearly wasn't human to be able to do something like that over that rough terrain.
No, and it would have had to have been about a 5-year-old child with the height of this thing. So I knew that was not even an option.
No, that's right. Yeah, well, I'm glad you were armed. That's always good.
Yes.
Very good thing. Jesse would be proud.
Yeah. Well, we've had all kind of, being out here, we see all kind of stuff in the sky. So we try to keep, as much as we can, we try to keep an eye to the sky when we're out or we go outside. And, southern Arizona is just a hotbed, for whatever reason.
And we do have a couple of military bases in southern Arizona, so
that could
be one reason.
Well, that's true. Never thought about that. But a girlfriend that said that her family lived near the border, and they used to sit on the roof of the garage and watch all this activity at night. They thought it was quite normal and never thought about it being anything else. I thought, oh boy.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
And what are your thoughts? You said you also had you've had your own personal experiences. You even saw the Phoenix Lights. And what are your thoughts about all this? I mean, is it half ours, half theirs? Is it extraterrestrial, interdimensional? What do you think's going on?
I've thought about this a lot, and I think definitely it's extraterrestrial. I really believe that they've had a sustained contact with the human race for a very long time, all the way back to the Anunnaki coming in, which I believe were extraterrestrials, way back thousands of years ago. I absolutely, and I don't want to, sound like this big government conspiracy theorist person, but I absolutely believe that the government has already had face-to-face contact. Some
portion of the government.
Some portion of the government. My personal feeling is, they're coming back to check on us. I really think that they had something to do with all of us being here, thousands and thousands or millions of years ago, whatever you want to say. And I think they're coming back and checking on us to see our progress, to see if we're ready yet.
Blow each other up.
Yeah, I mean, I really believe that, and I also believe that a lot of people on Earth today just wouldn't be able to handle it if they just showed up like Independence Day, the movie. People would just lose their minds. So I think they're staying back because I think they know that they're smart. They traveled here. They're not dumb creatures or dumb entities. Some of them I think could be actual interdimensionals. I honestly believe that the Rendlesham Forest over there, that incident over there in Rendlesham Forest in the UK. I honestly believe that was not an actual UFO from another planet. I think that was an interdimensional visitation, just by the the way the markings on the ship were and how it flew and everything else. I just really psychically and everything else just tells me that was more of a interdimensional or even a time travel situation.
It could have been. I mean, we've had Larry Warren on the show, who was there at the time and saw this unfold, and was then literally beaten into silence, but it didn't stop him. He still is talking about that incident today, and there are people, I guess, soldiers that were on site that did touch this craft, and there is somebody, I think, who spent some time trying to decode the symbols. So, it's fascinating to us that there have been so many adventures like this, whether they've been on military bases with our nuclear arsenals or Rendlesham Forest and that base, or even Roswell, that people still question, are there UFOs? I mean, how can you even ask that question? It just seems so logical that that's just something going on here. Yeah, we may not know exactly what it is, but I think you're right. It's a combination of ET and interdimensional. And I think we've reverse engineered our own stuff. So some of the things that we're seeing, guys, they may belong to us. The triangle craft and things like that. So it's hard to tell. And of course, the part of the government, if there is part of the government that knows about this, they're not sharing their information. Except recently, they can't deny it all. Everybody's got a cell phone. Everybody's got the camera in the cell phone, and they can't put out the fires fast enough. So I guess their policy is you won't confirm or deny.
Yeah, exactly. That's a safe way. Don't confirm or deny it, and don't cause mass panic.
Which is a confirmation.
Right. Yeah. When they say that we can't confirm or deny, that tells me
that's
volumes.
a confirmation. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
It sure is. Oh my goodness. Now, being in law enforcement, have you ever talked to other law enforcement people that have had their own experiences?
Yes. I've talked to other law enforcement who have, seen and documented, craft that they saw flying that shouldn't have been flying, that shouldn't have been able to fly. Most of these police officers, one of them for sure never even made a report. He just told me, confidentially what he saw, and, that he was actually afraid to make a report. They were afraid they were going to take his badge. Of course, this is, 30 years ago. So, back then it was a little more hush-hush, I guess. It wasn't as open as it is now. So, but yeah, I have talked to, I would say several, law enforcement over the years that have seen stuff, and some have reported it, some have not.
Hey, maybe this could be your next book.
Yeah. You never know. You never know.
Hey, why not? Why not? Well, we're coming down to the end of our show, unfortunately. We've had so much fun with both of you. Rhonda, I'm sorry not feeling better. And I know, Dwight, you're catching whatever that is, too. So we hope that you'll both recover quickly. And we'd love to have you back on the show anytime. And also, would you please give out your Facebook page again and your website for people who want to contact you about your book, about your event coming up in May, which we will also announce as we come closer to that, and also how to get a hold of you to speak with their animals.
So the Facebook page is Animals Speak. The website is Believe Paranormal, spelled with 2 E's, BEELIEVE, paranormal.com. What else are we?
And you can get to the Facebook.
Oh, you can get to the Facebook page, through Animal Speaks. You can friend request Dwight or myself for a reading. And, the event's going to be great. It's coming up in next May. We have Willie Ames, Jennifer Runyon, and Jimmy Pettinino. And PK.
Great lineup.
And PK.
And PK.
Yep. I'm good.
Yay. PK, our very own Supernatural Girls representative, will be there. Okay, everybody. Well, again, thank you so much. Be sure to send your photos of your pets in on the Facebook page, and also contact Rhonda and Dwight. Hey, you may have a story that could fit into their next book, so be sure to talk to them about that.
Absolutely.
And next week, everybody, we have an exorcism story for you that you will not believe. Well, you will, because you heard it from us, so you know it's real. But it's a new exorcism story. It's quite spooky. So be sure to join us next week, everybody, for another exciting show. And until then, see you on the Blue Highway. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Thanks for listening. Tune in next week for another radio adventure with Supernatural.
You guys still there?
We are.
Yeah, I can keep the board up if you guys wanted to chat some more, or you guys can just make your plans to talk about the event whenever. That's fine.
Yeah, we'll talk to Patricia another time, another night, another day about the event.
Okay, when you're feeling better, I hope.
Right. Right.
Yes.
Well, thanks for trooping through it. I know it's hard when you don't feel good, but you guys did a great job. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having us on.
Thank you.
It was fun.
Good night.
Bye.
Okay, good night. Feel better.